I just accidentally pushed the button and stopped my video. So here's the Swiss chard I was telling you about, but it's gone to flower also. And look there's a bee, a bumblebee having some of my bok choy flowers. Let's see, what else we got? So over here, more dianthus, more salads, more fingers in the shot. Sorry about that. Let's see, more lettuces. That's a new lettuce that's growing nicely. Oh, and here's the last place they took my crab tree. That was a very beautiful crab tree. But I told them I didn't want a new tree there because now my garden has so much more sun. Oh, and here's more of my peony hedge. It goes all the way down there. All right, so this is a bunch of brassicas. Oh, here's leeks. My leeks. This is dill. But here's some brassicas, maybe Brussels sprout, hopefully. And this is another brassica. This was a broccoli, but it went right to seed, and so I just let it seed. And here's where the seeds come from. See the pods that. So anyway, behind that is this purple flower is sage flower, and there's a whole sage plant. And so that's this bed, a various assortment of things. What else? Here's the rose bush and some alliums that have already finished flowering, but they still look cool. See? Boop. And that rose bush, it's got some pest damage, but whatever. All right, here's my peppers. These are peppers that, let's see, I'll back up a little. There's 6 peppers here. I overwintered them. So that means I cut them all back and took them inside. So they stayed alive inside during the winter. And then if you bring them out, they're already got a head start because they're adults. So the ones that survived, there were other ones inside that didn't survive, but this is poblano. So see, I already got fruit. This is a bell pepper, that orange one. Doesn't have fruit yet, but it's got blossoms. This one, I lost the tag, so it could be jalapeno, could be paprika, who knows? We'll find out when the peppers are ripe. And this one is another question mark. And then this one is a giant jalapeno, so the kind you can stuff. And this is the shishito, and I think it even has fully ripe. Here's a full ripe finished pepper I could eat if I wanted, but I'll wait a little while. So anyway, and then I got some new peppers. These are plants that I bought at the plant store. See, doesn't have as many peppers as the other, but it's getting there. So I bought a couple of red peppers, sweet Italian and early red. So that's these guys. They're in their same pot. And then inside here, I also planted from seed some assorted flowers. This is a nasturtium, and then I think marigolds maybe. And these are peppers that I planted from seed, and I think they're more bell peppers because I planted bell peppers and I planted paprika peppers, and one of them germinated and one didn't. And so this is the one that did, and we'll have to find out. I would hope they're paprika, but I don't think they are because I tried again with the paprika and they didn't germinate again. So I think those seeds went bad. But this is just a fun decorative planter. These are cannas that my brother My brother propagates them and then saves the tubers inside, and he gave me some. So I did the same last year. This is coleus that I saved over winter. Just take them inside and then you can propagate them easy. And so that's another one. This is straw flowers that my mom got me for my birthday. And I think I planted some alyssum seeds in there that are sprouting. Okay, let's see. Over here it was really dry, so I made a little drinking area for squirrels and birds. And so these two are planted with ginger. I don't think ginger likes it cold, and it's been cold. So when it warms up, I think the ginger will sprout. And then there's a cute little bird bath fountain. And it's solar powered. And then this is my peas that are planted in a little recycling bin. And they have fruit on them. And I'll take one right now. So there's a little pea pod. And it's good. So my peas are fruiting right now. Hey, there's a bee. What do you want, bee? Go away. All right. Now this is my garlic. I planted this last fall. So these two things are my garlic. And then I planted some carrots right here. And they're looking good. All right, over here is my flower bed. It doesn't have very much food, just flowers. Now, except for sage, there's some sage. Now, I guess it goes out of focus when I point. Sage is over there. It overwintered. More straw flowers. This is a bachelor button that I planted from seed that is about to pop. I love me a blue flower. These are zinnias from seed. This is amaranth from seed. Those are cosmos from seed. More zinnias from seed. And these are painted daisies from seed. Now this is a, what's it called? It's called borage. It seeded itself from last year. And that's what these all are, borage. This is a poppy that I planted from seed, and it's not very happy. And this is a Bells of Ireland that I planted from seed. And these are some snapdragons that overwintered. So the plant, I planted it from start last year, and they didn't die over the winter. So that's another one that stays alive in Michigan in certain conditions. So that one, and then over here another one, and then more straw flowers. And then this guy is a bronze fennel plant that I bought last summer, and it definitely survived. But I just found out that bronze fennel poisons the soil like a walnut tree, and so I don't know if I'm going to keep it here, but since these guys are still alive, then maybe that's not true. But then again, some of the things around here don't look so good. So anyway, the special thing about this plant, I mean, it looks cool. It's got cool colors, but see if I can find them. This is a host plant for, oh, here's one. Yeah, see if you can see him. Right there. There he is. For swallowtail caterpillars. So that's gonna eat some fennel and then turn into a butterfly. So there's like 3 or 4 in here somewhere. So that's exciting. And then this guy is like a globe thistle, so he looks like a weed, but he has these really big, cool big flowers, so that's cool. More giant alliums. And then these are some these have a flower stalk, but they, for some reason, I don't know if it's too shady here or what, but they haven't flowered. And then California poppies reseeded themselves last year, so. All right, and then this is a little, oh, sorry, my hand again. This is a little bed I planted with some leeks. Let's see if you can see in there. Leeks and beans. And I went away for the weekend and I didn't want the squirrels to dig them all up, so I put a little cover on. And then here's my little seating area with a bunch of my peonies I picked with a grapevine. It's going crazy. And there's my solar panel. We have batteries that we charge, so we use the batteries for our lawn equipment. And we could also use them for other things, like if there's a power outage. And so that's what's going on there. Let's see, which way should I go? I guess I'll go this way. So over here, these are fig trees that I tried to propagate, and they are still alive, but under the soil, their roots aren't developing very much. This is a little fence I created because in the wintertime, rabbits were coming and eating my blueberry branches. Like, they would just eat the sticks down to nubs, and then I would get no blueberries. So that's what this fence is for. But it is a problem because it's hard to get in here, and so I don't go in there as much. So it looks like it's got a lot of weeds. Plus the squirrels that eat my strawberries. But anyway, so these are my strawberries and blueberries. And this one plant has lots of berries on it, if you can see over there. So that's exciting that they're not blue yet. And then this is a cranberry. This little tiny little foliage, and it's spreading around, so I'm excited. And I don't know when their blooms come, and maybe they had blooms on them when I got them last year, so maybe they're every other year. I'm not sure. Whatever. We'll see what happens with them. And then around the corner, oh no, I just saw something that's happening. So I here's more cannas for my brother. But I planted these sweet potatoes, and they had little sprouts coming off of them. But it looks like somebody's enjoying them for breakfast, so that stinks. Because it looks like they ate the shoots and everything, but whatever. Okay, so over here is my squash and cucumber patch. So these are 2 cucumbers and squash, and this is a pumpkin, and this is another sweet potato. You can see it, there it is. And here's its little shoots, so hopefully nobody finds it. There, I'll cover it up. And this is another one, but I took off the shoots and tried to get them to root. And then maybe they could just eat this, but we'll see if the shoots root and survive. Over here is potatoes that I planted really early in the spring. So they had really big plants. And then underneath, hey, looks like somebody dug under here and found a potato. You jerks. These squirrels and raccoons are driving me crazy. So, cover that back up. But yeah, there's some potatoes under there. This is my peach tree. And every year, I guess it's the second year I've had it, these little tiny bugs come and suck the juice out of all the peaches when they're just teeny tiny. And so I don't get any fruit. So I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I will, I don't know. They're probably down in the soil, so can't really protect it. I don't know. Oh well. All right, here's my little tunnel that we made from a cattle panel. And over here we planted scarlet runner beans. So they are these runner beans that have a really beautiful flower. This is what's it called? Blackberry that's just going crazy. It's, you know, they like, I don't know, they crawl along the ground and replant themselves. So I'm letting it happen, but anyway. So these are growing up. They'll be really beautiful red flowers. And then over here, oh, this is my compost. Over here are some morning glories I planted. So those will come up and make blue flowers. And then this is my hardy kiwi. But the same thing happens, or maybe it was the frost. We had an early frost. So like the little flowery parts didn't live, just the foliage. So we'll try again next year, hardy kiwi. And this is there's more sage. I got a lot of sage and the sage flowers. Here's more blackberries. Here's their flowers. Blackberry flower. So we're gonna have a nice crop of blackberries. And also, here's some lemon balm in here. Also with the blackberries are more important. I like these better. These are red raspberries, but they're not yet fully formed, but they're coming right along. So what I do with these is I don't eat them. I take them, every ripe one, I take it inside and I put it in a bag and put them in the freezer. And once they're all ripe and all together, I make jam and I eat the jam throughout the whole year. We still have a jar in the fridge, or if we still have a jar, at least one jar of raspberry jam. So that's what I do with that. Behind me is my original garden bed. When I started in 2020, I put this in during the pandemic, the shutdown, and I think that year I planted black-eyed Susans. I don't remember, or maybe they sprouted behind. Anyway, this black-eyed Susan has multiplied, so I have so many. I even gave some away. They haven't flowered yet, but it's not time yet. These are some carrots from last year that decided to flower, and I thought I'd let them do it. And then some lettuce that's kind of about to be over with. Some basil, oregano. So this is like my herb bed, basically. This is my rosemary. Here's another black-eyed Susan. Cilantro is gone to seed. Oh well. That just makes coriander. What else? Oh, here's one of my sunflower tricks. I planted it inside this plastic, my finger, sorry. I planted it inside this plastic thing so that the squirrels didn't notice that there was seeds, and then the rabbits don't eat the shoots, and maybe by the time it gets tall, they'll leave it alone. We'll see. Oh, over here, these guys, this is asparagus. I'm letting it get energy from the sun, and then maybe eventually it'll have asparagus to eat. I have a few more of those over there too. Okay. And that's a little parsley plant I just planted. And here's my chive that I planted from seed. And parsley that went to seed. I planted it a long time ago. And there's some thyme that's flowering. And some lavender that's flowering. And I think, oh, one more, let's see, a little bit more. This is my passion fruit vine that I pot. I take it inside every year. I cut it back, take it inside so it survives the winter, and bring it out and it climbs up the pole and makes flowers. I never had a fruit, but the flowers are beautiful. This is a little planter I got from Aldi. It comes like stacks on each other. And I've just planted assorted plants. This was a clearance at Lowe's. And so was this guy, and now it's bouncing back. Here's another one of my coleus that I propagated. And look at this black petunia, another one of the crazy. I love weird colors that aren't typical for flowers. So black petunia, and then this Gerber daisy was also a clearance purchase. It's not looking super great. I wonder if I planted it too deep. I don't know, or maybe it just got too wet. Just doesn't look so happy, but this one looks good. All right, and this is a ranunculus that's finished, and this is a catnip that I planted from seed this year, and look how big it is. And oh, my rhubarb plant is right here. I decided to let it I'm gonna just let it go and not eat it. Well, that's what I say, but we'll see what happens. I might eat it if it looks good, and I can't help myself. So I think that's everything. So sorry, my finger. I'm a little rusty. All right, so I hope you liked both parts of this video and watch them and like them and whatever. And good to see you again, and I hope you like it, and goodbye.